amazing evening, Nigeria. Another beautiful day to talk about things that happen for Nigeria. Good evening and welcome to Updates with Precious. Always excited to bring you updates of things that happen for inside Nigeria. Today is Sunday, the 11th day of January 2026. I almost said 2025, yeah. But make I just quickly go on and through on the things that happen for inside the country. Sharply as it take hot for inside the country. Now, police don't launch investigation after soldier shoot man. One of the youths were in a protest yesterday against kidnapping for inside Edo State, Ipoma precisely. And people they vex about that. They're coming to protest insecurity. Say the kidnapping insecurity too much. And then the security officials who are supposed to guarantee security are not shooting the protesters protesting against insecurity. Does it make sense? Does it just make sense? This now the fate of a young man with the battle for his life right now for Nigeria. They say in the hospital, but we don't know. Some people are saying he's already dead. Now, Edo police officer under fire for saying Hausa officer who won't listen will replace him amid protests. And people say, oh wait, are you saying the Hausa officers are more mean? So that one don't raise a lot of controversy. But let's go to other issues. Bandits raid Malud gathering in Katsina State days after peace deal with the government, and residents have been robbed, shops looted. And then Northern youth vow to support security agencies against bandits. So we'll go join hand with security to make sure that this banditry stop. Lakurawa killed 2 BBX operators in Sokoto border markets. And then bandits strike on Egbe Okoloke Road in Kogi, kidnap residents. Eyewitnesses alleges torture, starvation, detainee, disappearances at Imo Police Tiger Base in chilling petition. That is, they say that Tiger Base not be smart, people could just they disappear, they stab people, they do all sorts of atrocities. How can this be happening under the watch of a governor? Bandits raid Malud gathering. I think I've taken this already. Adamawa crisis. Bachama militia accuses Nigerian military, political elites of backing armed Chodo groups to seize mineral-rich land. That's it. Say Nigerian military they join hand. They back another militia group to make sure say they seize the land. Then we be say gets rich minerals. I don't know if you understand what's going on. So our own military now they also join hand to make sure say those bandits and when they occupy those areas and when they say get rich minerals, then they there. Wow. Boko Haram terrorists demand 300,000 US dollars ransom to release Borno ex-LG vice chairman and other people will be say then kidnapped. Terrorist attack Benue Links bus in Otukpo, injure 3 passengers. And then Katsina government defense move to release 70 terrorists. In case you don't understand, remember we talked about it yesterday that they may be releasing 70 terrorists. Well, Katsina government has defended it. We won't release 70 terrorists. What's happen? They're just bandits for now. 2027, Kwankwaso will not be allowed to contest in our platform, says NNPP. And then SHØØTS use INEC over failure to account for missing 55.9 billion naira election funds. Money what they give on 55.9 billion naira they missing. Which one I use and do and I never tell us. Not gonna tell us. SHØØTS said they sue. Meanwhile, President Tinubu don't allocate 1.01 trillion naira to INEC for the 2027 election, 3 times the amount when they use conduct the 2023 election. Nigerian health workers Johesu call for total work stoppage over no work, no pay directive by Tinubu government. And then 2027, Uzodinma orders deceiving Tinubu on securing Southeast votes because it's a sham. Igbo community now they talk that one. Say Tinubu not let Uzodinma and others deceive you, not they deceive you like this because they're not sham. They're not fit do nothing. They're not fit give you any votes. They just the you. I'm a politician, no sentiment in politics. Wiki, now they talk this one. Federal government inaugurates 40 billion naira CCTV center on 3rd Mainland Bridge, Lagos. Someone orders investigation into death of Chimamanda Adichie's son. And then clerical errors aside, Tinubu's tax chairman Taiwo Yedele is lying. KPMG writes on PE and civil group. And meanwhile, the Oga Oyedele said, KPMG, you don't know what you're doing. Wait. KPMG, you don't know what they do. But then what did they do? Now you girl, you didn't know what they do. Interesting. But Tinubu using judiciary to intimidate, harass governors to join APC and secure second term. Tamboa reveals. And then Tinubu can sack me. Wike replies. Ayedo towards aid father allegedly beat APC chairman into coma over government ledgers. In case you don't understand this, then share something. He beat Papa. Oh dear. Allow me to pursue my political career, Wike tells critics. No formal agreement between Tinubu Rivers people, according to Wike. Impeachment Rivers Assembly alleges plot to obtain court orders outside Port Harcourt. And then Rivers crisis will use as strength to punish people. Wike blows hot. Impeachment, Fubara finally breaks silence, urges Rivers residents to stay calm. Well, all of this and more matter now will carry common on the month. Thank you so much for joining us. And joining us inside the studio this evening, Oga Prince Francis Chilapa. Good evening, sir. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Welcome, sir.
Precious, how are you?
Sir, I'm fine, thank you, sir. You know, Nigeria will get greetings for every day. So say happy Sunday.
I see you deliberately do not want us to talk about your state and all the shenanigans going on in your state. But it's okay. I'm cool. I'm not, but I just want to remind you that there's still an impeachment process. There are negotiations. There are banters back and forth going on in Rivers State. We're all interested in what's happening in Rivers State because it's the oil-rich state, and that is where major source of income comes from. So we're all interested in it.
Okay, so if you want to talk about the states, let's talk about Abia State, where Ojo Okalu, do you know that Ojo Okalu, CAOG, Governor Ikwazu, they had a meeting with other statesmen for inside Abia State, irrespective of political party, all ganged up to make sure say they no go, Uti no go enter second term.
In fact, when you talk about Abia,
the trend, I won't give you the gist finish, but it's okay. Go
ahead. Hold on. When you talk about Abia, I saw what's that lady's name? Doris Ogala, who has not finished her problem with her pastor, boyfriend or whatever. Now putting her mouth into Abia. She has not resolved the one she has at hand. All the crying she has been crying on social media is not enough. It is now Abia. She's now attacking Governor Oti. That means even a dog now can back at Governor Oti. I find it very, very distasteful that people who have not been able to contribute one little development in Abia State are already ganging up. It shows Abia people that those who are ganging up don't love you people. They don't want you people to progress. They want you people to remain in darkness, just like Abia has been in darkness for the past 24 years before God sent a Messiah in the person of Governor Oti to bring you people to light. The light has come and the darkness has been dispelled. So Abia people, we're going to shine our eyes.
How about if it is actually true that he's repainting roads and not just working on them, or perhaps working on some repainting?
Well, if there's a difference between when you repaint road and when you walk on a road. You and I know there's a video. Maybe Ojo Okalu. Our political leaders, they always forget. They forget when they say certain things, and when the thing begins to haunt them, they begin to pretend. The same Ojo Okalu was the one who was praising Oti. That is his brother. He has done perfect. He has done so much that the road leading to his own village, for the past how many years, nobody has used it. But he traveled on that road in less than 1 hour, in less than 30 minutes, he was in his village. Is he not ashamed? He's ganging up against Oti. It simply shows you that the political class, all they believe in is how to continue to milk the Nigerian people, to milk the citizens. If he's repainting the road, at least the road is motorable. That's the important thing. We're talking about movement, people moving from one point to another. Look at what's happening going from here to the southeast. There is no road. Meanwhile, your minister for works, who is from the southeast, is constructing coastal highway. So how do people access the coastal highway if they don't have roads to use to get to where the coastal highway is? What kind of thinking is that? So please, anybody that is, as they gather for OT. They will be dispelled in 1,000 ways.
You know, you're waiting to talk. OT say their gathering is not of him, so because of that, they go scatter.
See, the way they go just scatter, they don't even know to scatter them. The same Ojus Okalu that was crying in the Senate that was not made Senate president. Now in that you don't get boldness.
All right, make I just play you some excerpt of waiting and talk, especially how they talk. So they go use Sue Alex Oti for not using the Abia State government house where Ikpazu built for him. Why he no go use the government house where they built for him? How dare he not? How dare he be operating from his village? Make I just carry and reach that side. You just go watch him.
To deliver the governorship, senatorial, House of Representatives, and House of Assembly seats to the All Progressive Congress (APC) in the 2027 general election. 8. That the team unanimously commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on their profits, assuring that the group will also work assiduously to deliver the governorship, senatorial, House of Representatives, and House of Assembly seats to the All Progressive Congress (APC) in the 2027 general election. 6. That the lawsuit be instituted by the team compelling Governor-elect Oti to operate from the government at Umuahia, the constitutional seat of government, instead of the current practice of living and discharging his official duties from his country home at University, instead of the local government area of Edo State. 7. That the team unanimously endorsed
But this is my brother. Brother is brother. And brother is doing well. I did my visit to here 1 hour. It was only when I was governor people used to go to that road on that level. When I left as governor, honestly, for 16 years there was no investment in Abia North. That is the truth. But they are putting investment, and I'm very pleased.
All right. So that's a few of the
Precious, you know the funny thing is, you just have a set of clowns and clownish men who have no direction, who have nothing to offer, gathering together. Suddenly, all the thieves in Abia State are gathering together. Their plan is to continue to thief from the people of Abia State. That is their plan. That is their plan. And then it gives me, if Nigeria was a country that was working, the lives of Ojus Okalu, all of them should be in cell. They should be answering questions with the FCC. But no, because the moment you get into political office in Nigeria, you become a billionaire overnight. Nobody punishes you. Nobody asks you for accountability. You don't even render account to anybody. 2027, I am telling you, Ojus Okalu will not go to the Senate.
Nobody fit challenge him for there. Nobody reach.
No problem now. Since he has turned into a demigod, the people will tell him that his days are over.
Okay.
His days are over.
All right, let's get straight down to the conversation of the day. So, the Edo State Police Command said today, Sunday, that a 32-year-old protester identified as Osagi Abraham was shot by a military personnel during yesterday's protest by residents of Ekpoma over the incessant abductions in the locality and its environs. Now, reports said that the Saturday protest was sparked by abduction and subsequent killing of a young man on January 9, 2026 by gunmen suspected to be kidnappers. Now, the Commissioner of Police in the state, Monday Agbonika, disclosed this in a statement made available to newsmen. Agbonika said the victim shot during the protest is currently receiving treatment at, I think, Erumole Medical Center in Ekuma. He added that the military personnel involved in the shooting incident have been identified, while the appropriate military authorities have been formally notified for necessary administrative and disciplinary action in line with the established protocols. So the police commissioner added that an immediate and thorough investigation has been ordered into the incident. He also disclosed that those engaged in the violence, vandalism, and looting during the protests have been identified and arrested, and thorough investigation is ongoing to ensure all culpable persons are brought to justice. He said quite a lot of other issues. He said it has been brought under control, noted that the protest was hijacked and that all the rules of peaceful protest were ignored, which led to the malicious damage of looting of property, vandalism, and of shops, and all of those issues. Now, here is a bit of what happened yesterday, because the team fear me well. You know, say your friend, the governor, talks saying you give a certain number of votes to our dear president, Oga Ashewaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If you say 2.5 million, it can increase to 3.5 million. But like say, notice say the 2.5 no go reach. It can increase and some more. But people come they talk say now when we say Edo use the vex like this, how it can use complete this number of votes we won't give the presidents like this? Because what happened that yesterday was the youth bringing down the billboard of president. Okay, watch this video.
Move country. Better start motor là.
So some of these young men now mind the police identify and say they go deal with them and prosecute them accordingly for vandalizing property. How dare you vandalize the picture of the president? That's an insult to the sheriff in town. Sorry, sir. Go ahead.
Let me start by saying that I do not know when the Nigerian army has become so bastardized, so unprofessional, that they now do the job of even Boy Scout. We hear bandits, terrorists terrorizing the north, and by extension, some states in the southwest. These are soldiers that are supposed to be deployed to go and curb those people. But what are the soldiers doing? They are the ones now coming to look or to take care of people protesting when we are not in a state of emergency, when we are not under a military rule. It shows you how bastardized the military has become. Honestly speaking, is it not the duty of the police to provide protection for those who are protesting and to ensure that lives and properties are not lost? So you are sending the military men that are meant to be somewhere in Sambisa, somewhere in Kogi, somewhere in Kaduna, somewhere in Zamfara, fighting terrorists. You are sending them to come and begin to fight unarmed youth. See, let me tell you, precious, what is coming, this government must be very careful. Our political class, our political leaders, they must be very careful. The day the Nigerian youth will wake up for them, I am telling you, they will run away from wherever they are. They are on a daily basis, they are pushing the people further, and the people will react very soon. Let me see how Mondo Pogola will give the president 3,500, I mean 3.5 million votes. Let me see, because it appears he has already done his calculation. He has already prepared the votes. The vote is inside one calabash. So on the day of the election, he will just open the calabash, and those votes will go and print ballot papers for him. That is what it is. When people should focus on governance, delivering the dividends of democracy to the people, they are busy talking about 2027 election. I mean, it's very, very disdainful and disheartening the way the political class are behaving. They are behaving as if, you know, nobody else should talk to them. They have arrived. Check from the southeast to the southwest to the south-south. You just have politicians creating nuisance all over the place. And none of them is concentrating on governance. Not one. They're all busy talking about 2027. They're all busy talking about how they're going to collect allocation from the federal government, which we don't even know what they're doing with it. It is the fundamental right of every Nigerian to protest. Protest is the only way the people can show their disdain for bad governance. But no, you don't want people to protest. You don't want people to go on strike. You just want people to accept everything you're throwing on them. The government should be very careful.
Oh, I'm not even telling you, talking about strike. Talking about strike, you know, say National Association of Resident Doctors and they talk say they won't go back strike because government will never meet with their demands. Remember, say they were on strike and government now said they met all their demands. The state government didn't meet their demands. You know, they went back and forth. The state government was lying, and then later they call off their strike. They can't threaten us saying they will go strike again, but government can go industrial courts, go take court order. So you cannot go on that strike. Meanwhile, joint health workers, JHESU, don't be on strike for months now. And guess what? Government just implemented the no work, no pay rule on JHESU. What did JHESU can do? Because they were still working skeletally. JHESU can use annoyance and say, you know what? Shut down. We need to work again at all. So that means the laboratories for government hospitals, all of those things may not work again. Administrative work no will take place because of this JHESU strike.
You know, I think the government is testing the will of the people. And I've said it severally on different channels that Nigeria is a failed state, but for the resilience of the people. Every parameter of a failed state is staring Nigeria in the eyes. And so Nigeria political class should not allow the people who have refused to exhibit the final stage of a failed state to do that. Because the day the people will do that, you will now understand what it means to have a state that has failed. We are talking about bad roads. We are talking of lack of electricity. And where the electricity is available, the Nigerian people are paying from their noses. We're talking about bastardized educational system, where now everybody has to go to a private school. We're talking about no housing. Today, landlords have become demigods. They wake up and tell you what they want you to pay. What is it that the ordinary Nigerians are benefiting from the system? Absolutely nothing. And yet, in the midst of all of this, after putting your knee on their neck, you are now using small razor blade to cut their skins. Do you know the effect of this strike in the hospitals? And you know how the hospital unions work. Tomorrow, the doctors may also decide to go on strike. And then what happens? So those who cannot afford public hospitals that are not even cheap to start with, you are not going to force everybody to go to private. And those who cannot afford the private, they just watch their loved ones die. And yet, the government is not lifting a finger. Before you know it now, ASU will begin their own strike. The government needs to have a team that can negotiate and resolve these issues. You don't have to wait for the strike to take place before you begin to call people to the round table. You don't wait for people to threaten that they want to go on strike before you now remember that there's an industrial court where you can get judgment against them. This government does not have any inclination towards providing for the people. Because if they do, the things we see happening every day will not be happening. But then, like I said, Nigerians will have become so docile, we have become extremely, extremely docile. Whatever the government pushes out, we accept. We don't challenge it, we don't argue it, we just accept it, and we move on. But I can assure you that if we continue, a day go reach, monkey go market, you know, go come back.
All right. So make I quickly take your thoughts on this since you still in Edo State before I move on to other parts of the country. So a divisional police officer DPO in Edo State has been captured in viral video warning protesters that a Hausa police officer who would not tolerate dissent would replace him after his departure from the division. So in the footage that has been circulating on social media, the officer whose identity has yet to be officially confirmed is heard saying, "Don't worry, I will leave Epoma and they will bring Hausa officer who won't listen to anybody. Make us wait and I will do them, perhaps." But let me play it very quickly. And then people have started reacting to it. Some people are saying no, that is like he's profiling the Northerners. That's very unfair. How would you be saying that? While others are saying that, well, they've lived in the North, they've experienced Northern security agencies, and did they hear come, they know they hear go. That's what some people are saying. But let me quickly take that video so you take it if you listen.
I have told them, no violence. Maybe listen. I have told them, no violence. Maybe listen. I have told them, that will not listen to anybody. No, sir, we appreciate you. For example, you are here now standing like a father. Meaning.
All right, so make I take your response.
Well, I would not say that he's profiling any particular tribe, but I'll say that it's the problem we've had, when you bring in an officer who does not understand the language, who is not used to the tradition and culture of the people, and you bring him to come and monitor those people or to come and supervise them, there must be problems. See, when we talk about state policing, and everybody says, state police, I said, look, let us correct what is happening at the national level first. Let us correct what is happening with the Nigerian police force. You cannot bring an officer all the way from Katsina to Owerri. He does not understand the language of the people. He does not understand their culture. He does not understand the terrain. And you want him to come and, rule over them. It's not possible. So the man is right with what he's saying. Maybe because the man is from the south, maybe he's from Edo and he's speaking the language. And he's telling them clearly, you people are taking advantage of the fact that we're speaking the same language. If they bring somebody that doesn't understand the language and the culture, the person will not agree with you people. So he's right. But then, if we look at it the other way around, you will know that already in Nigeria, the issue of tribe, issue of ethnicity, the issue of religion is on a daily basis, it is growing. People are becoming suspicious of each other in terms of religion, in terms of tribe. And this is what we need to curb. That's why I keep saying we must do everything possible to break that jinx. And I'm shocked and surprised that up till now, your National Assembly have not seen the need to take steps to unify Nigeria. It will not cost you anything to do that. And the first step in unifying the people is to remove state of origin and replace it with state of residence. When you do that, you will find out that nobody will be talking of tribe anymore. People will not be talking of, this is where I grew up, this is where I live. So nobody will say I'm Yoruba, because if Yoruba is where I live, if I'm living in Yoruba land, automatically I cannot say I'm an Igbo person, because the issue of tribe has been thrown away. So we need to think as if there is no box. This is the 21st century. Unfortunately, those who have allowed to stay on the helms of affairs are not helping this country. Rather than thinking positivity of how to make this country great, they are all thinking of how much of the national wealth can enter their individual pockets. So the man is right. In his own right, he's right. A word is enough for the wise. That's just it. If you not like, when I hear, if you not like, make una know yeah. Waiting there for front, I see him, make una take him like that.
All right, make we enter inside insecurity matter as the newly elected members of the 5th Northern Youth Assembly for Nigeria, they don't pledge to support security agencies to eliminate banditry and other security challenges with the ravage the region. They don't talk to the information. So this is not Northern Youths now coming together to say, you know what, would help security to handle what's going on in our locality. But let's go to other security issues as grief enveloped Darussa, a border community in Gudu local government area of Sokoto State, after suspected Lakurawa gunmen attacked the weekly market and killed 2 BDX or currency exchange operators, cutting away large sums of money. Now, the daily assault, which occurred last week, or deadly assault rather, which occurred last week, has left families shattered and traders fearful, underscoring the growing human cost of insecurity in Nigeria's rural and border community. So they don't fear say this one way they happen like this. I don't know if you're aware that in a community for inside Oyo State, now so they give them one and say bandits say they come. In fact, Oyo State say they get NSCDC for Oyo State say they get 100 farmer header clash every month, 100 of such attack every month. They call this farmer header. And when they were narrating the story, NSCDC said that it always comes from when headers carry their animal, their cattle, to graze in a farmer's land, and then problem will come out. They get 100 of such problems, and then the farmers sometimes in turn poison the cattle or put something for the crop with the cattle go chop, then chop, die. Problem will come. 100 of that report every month they get, and they're worried about it. The bandits, aka terrorists, attacked back in Oyo State, killed 2 people. Now they are warning a community that are coming back again to attack again. That means it's closer home. Ondo State still they suffer this kind of attacks. I don't want to talk about Kogi and Para. We don't do like now their major battle in the fight with that. And this is becoming unbecoming. Again, all of this attack don't happen this recent times. Our president never said, okay, maybe in a Niger own. The last Niger one, but even after that Niger attack, we in talk about others don't happen for that same Niger State, and he has not said anything. What is going on, sir?
All right. Let's start with President Precious. Where is your president?
Sir?
Where is Mr. President? Yes. You know, they hear say, strike the shepherd, the sheep will scatter. And there we there now. As Mr. President know the boys are in charge. They are taking over. It really pains me that, you know, the way we are taking this insecurity, we're behaving as if all is well when all is not well. Maybe it is high time that the National Assembly passes a law allowing people to arm themselves and defend themselves. You cannot carry an AK-47 to a stick fight and you expect that people will wait for you. Because if the security apparatus of Nigeria cannot protect the people, why don't the National Assembly empower the people to protect themselves? Because if you know say they come one village, and you know some people waiting for that village, all of them get AK-47. Precious, will you enter? You will not. You will not know that it is fire for fire. So the government needs to think as if there is no boss. If you cannot protect the people, allow the people to protect themselves. And I find it very, very, painful that these bandits are becoming more vicious on a daily basis. They're becoming very bold. They don't care. They just do what they want to do. They move around freely. So all these places that they're attacking, what has happened to the peace deal they had with them? Like I keep saying, any peace devoid of justice is peace of the graveyard. And any peace you enter into with a man that is carrying guns, then you have not entered into any peace, because if he heads turn, you will remember saying that gun in carry, he will come back. What you have is that these bandits are not different, these terrorists are not different from narcissists. They are behaving like narcissists. On the other hand, they are also gaslighting the people. And everybody is waiting, folding their... Senator Jules Okano is in the Senate. Rather than talk about ending open grazing, rather than raise a bill talking about ranching, he's busy talking about Abia State. Misplaced priority. So you have people, you have governors who could not do anything in their states for 8 years. And they all ship themselves like the cows being pushed around by these headsmen. They ship themselves to the Senate. What do you think they will give the Nigerian people? If as a governor you could not do anything for 8 years and you go to the Senate to retire, of what value are you to the people? You have no value. And that is why we keep having problems and problems upon problems, because those you have in the Senate are not capable of making laws that will be reasonable to the people.
All right, but like going to your state right now, there's a bit of a problem in your state as petition they don't submit to take take it back movement. Sure, you guys submit a pro-democracy organization. They don't give a chilling eyewitness account of alleged torture, starvation, and the disappearance of detainees from inside your Imo State Police Command anti-kidnapping unit. What did they call Operation Tiger Base? Abina Tiger Base for inside. In fact, they talk say people they just did like this disappear. The way they torture people, they stab people, the kind of things where they include what they do for that place. Please, how can this be happening in a state and the governor of the state is oblivious? And if he's in support of it, to what end really? Because people don't see that Operation Tiger Base, Abina Tiger Base, as well. Basically, they use witch hunt anybody who won't talk against government.
You see, when they say when the wicked are on the throne, the people will suffer. When Supreme Court gave that infamous judgment of moving number 4 to number 1, the Igbo people protested. At some point in time, one of the SAs to the governor, Ambrose Nwogugu, he was the one who was the first person to call Hope Uzodimma Supreme Court governor. He got arrested, charged to court, and at the end of the day, judiciary brouhaha, political brouhaha. He was let go, and he made him an SA on, I think, social media or whatever.
Compensated him for the troubles he put him through.
Exactly.
Aww.
And in that 4 years, the Igbo people particularly rejected the governorship of Hope Uzodimma. And it was glaring to everyone because the people said, no, you were foisted on us by the Supreme Court. So that is the origin of this their Tiger Base. Because then it was now being used to arrest youths who opposed the government. And from there, they moved it. They moved a step further when this whole thing about sit at home, IPOP and ESN came up. A few days back or so, a few weeks back, I think some police officers attached to that tiger base, you know, they've been trying to defend it. They've been trying to say, no, the things people are saying did not happen. What people are saying it happened. More people are coming out to show their to share their experiences. People are asking for their own family members that were arrested and taken there that they can no longer see. And then I ask myself, when did our leaders become very barbaric? Nigeria is one of the countries in the world where people do whatever it takes to win an election. They just want to be there. They are not interested in anything. All they are interested in is to hold on to power. That is all they're interested in, to hold on to power. So the people do not matter.
Okay, sir.
The people don't matter.
All right, sir. All right. So let's quickly also touch on other insecurity issues across town. Well, there's this particular, before I get to other areas, in fact, plenty of things they already happen. First of all, where do I even begin with this now? So we hear say, I mean, bandits on Friday don't strike again for inside Egbe Okoleke Road for Yaba West local government area of Kogi State, kidnap people them along the road, and this on the race fear a lot for people when they travel along that Kogi roads. And then we also did hear, as I said, you know, that there's a story about Bachama militia group for inside Adamawa State accusing the Nigerian military and powerful militia elites of colluding with an armed Chodo militia, another militia group, to violently displace them from their ancestral land just to pave way for the exploitation of valuable minerals deposits in their area. So say, you know, say these bandits, when they come, they attack communities, then run, and then so that they will stay there. So these people now are saying that these people, when they attack them, they actually do them in connivance. I mean, they join them together. Nigerian security, they join them, they do them. And the aim is so that they would possess their land for the sake of the mineral we did there. Now, in an appeal to the federal government, Bachama leaders said the protracted communal conflict has gone beyond ethnic rivalry and now bears the marking of a calculated campaign driven by economic interest and elite protection. According to the group, the crisis escalated on July 7, 2025, when armed Chodo militia group allegedly attacked Bachama villagers, killing residents without provocation. They insisted that the Bachama people did not retaliate, stressing that they have historically remained, on the defense. Now, following the attack, security forces were deployed to the area, a move the community initially welcomed. However, they said the deployment soon turned into what they described as occupation in favor of our aggressors. That is, the police, the military, or the security wouldn't deploy. Can't be like say they actually support the people where they attack them. So in a viral video, the Bachama militia group alleged that the Chodo militia struck again on December 8, 2025. According to the group, while Bachama youth attempted to defend their communities, the military allegedly intervened in a manner that resulted in the killing of unarmed Bachama women who had gathered to pray for the safe return of their men. Now, the group said no credible investigation has been concluded 1 month after the incident of the killing of these women. Now, the Bachama group further alleged selective justice, claiming that 2 Bachama youths were arrested in their bedrooms while sleeping, framed as terrorists, and accused of possessing firearms. They are currently remanded in prison awaiting trial. The spokesperson for the Adamawa State Police Command, SP Suleiman Ngoroje, has confirmed that 2 men have been charged in court in connection with the communal conflict. In contrast, they said a Chodo youth or a Chodo youth leader who publicly issued threats and allegedly called for the deposition of the Hama Bachama, the paramount ruler of Bachama people, remains untouched and walks freely. Nigeria security do like say their eye, they get problem, they don't see that one, according to these people. Now, this quoting excerpt of their complaint, he said this is not accidental. A leader of the Bachama group said, he said that the troop deployed here are compromised. They have taken sides and are protecting a tribal militia because powerful political actors want access to the mineral resources of our land. He questioned why soldiers, rather than mobile police units typically used in communal crisis, were deployed to the area, alleging that the military presence has emboldened armed militia groups. Instead of deterring them, it's not emboldening them, who now freely walk freely with weapons, unchallenged by security operators. Now, according to the Bachama group, the situation has effectively trapped residents in their homes, cutting them off from their farmland and livelihoods, while armed militia allegedly roam freely under the military watch, and military is not doing anything to them. The group said the goal appears to be to weaken and intimidate the Bachama people into abandoning their lands, believed to be rich in an untapped mineral resources. He said, we are urging the federal government to withdraw, but since me in Nigeria Hausa, let me kukuma play it. I'm sure somebody who understands Hausa language may be able to do us the honors. Perhaps you will, sir.
To, jama'a, muna kawo kukan mu zuwa ga federal government ne. Bisa ga injustice wanda yake mana lamu da kasan Bachama. On the 7th, watan bakwai, fire suka hauro mana, sun mana kone-kone, sun kashe mana yaya. Mu ba mu iya, ba mu tare ba. Yau, gwamnati ta yi ta tura mana jami'an tsaro, suna nuna mana injustice a kasan Bachama. Wayanda yau suka fito, mu ba ma zuwa takin. Kowane rana mu muna defending ne. Fire sun hauro mana 8 ga watan Disamba. A wurin kuma jama'an tsaro kuma sun bi matayenmu, suna taya mu addu'a Ubangijin Allah ya dawo da mu lafiya. Sojoji suka biyo baya, suka kakkace mana mata da yara. Har yanzu ba mu ga result din ba. Yanzu kuma yayanmu suna kwance a daki. Aka zo aka kama su a cikin ɗakin kwance ba wani same su a kan hanya bane. Aka ɗauki bindiga aka ɗora musu, aka musu shari. Wai cewa su yan ta'adda ne. Jiya an kai su kotu, yanzu an tafi su prison akan abin da ba su sani ba. Mu kuma yau ga aluka nan ya zo yana ba ma federal government da state government da kasan Bachama instruction cewa sai sarkin Bachama ya soka. Wani ba wai an nada shi mai anguwa ba. Amma yau state government ba ta ta arrest wanda ya irin kalamin nan ba. Sannan zan bi yara a daki.
Let me take your reaction, sir. Now, just before you react, I remember saying no be them be the first community we don't tell government say or military say in partial. Benue State holds the same. They don't talk that. Plateau State even talk that. In fact, one of the incidents where attack happened where the governor of Plateau State attend the community, asked the commander, say, what are you doing? No arrest, nothing has been done. And people in front of the governor there said that these people did like say they watch the attackers attack them without them helping them. So go ahead, sir.
The first thing that one would ask is, where is your Minister for Defense? Where is your Chief of Army Staff? Everybody seems to have gone to sleep. Where's the National Security Advisor? These are people who should be in charge, who should control their subordinates. Where are they? That they had issue and that the Nigerian military were involved. That the Nigerian military were protecting bandits, terrorists. Do you know how it sounds to the international community? What it means is that the government is directly involved in the killing of the people. The other day we were talking about Venezuela, and we were talking about the various sins of the president of Venezuela. And we said that we looked at it that it bordered on the people. Please tell me, what is the difference between what has happened in Venezuela and what is happening in Nigeria? Somebody should tell me. How can bandits or terrorists come to dislodge people, kill people, wanting to take over their farmland, their ancestral homes in the presence of the military? There was it 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, there was a video and a picture that was trending where some people were, mining gold, and they had all these terrorists armed to the teeth, enslaving Nigerians. Enslaving them. And unfortunately, such videos, such pictures will come out, but government will feign ignorance. So I don't know what Nigerians have done to deserve the kind of leaders they have today. What have we done as a people? Where did we get it wrong? I've always been asking, I said, who are those that are occupying the ancestral homes of those in IDP camps? Why is nobody thinking of dislodging them? Are we saying that those in IDP camps will live there forever? Is that going to be their new home? So this whole thing is, it's neither here nor there. There's so much going on that we don't even know where the problem is. Is it from the military? Is it from those in government? Who do we hold on to? And in the midst of all of this, nobody has seen Mr. President. We now have the same approach that the late president used in governing Nigeria. That's the same approach we have now. The president is not around. The VP seems to have been removed completely. We don't even hear about the VP. If as a president you're going on a holiday for like 10 days, 2 weeks, is the right thing not to hand over to your deputy? Or your vice, rather. So we don't know where Mr. President is. Everything is just going. All we know is that every day, Mr. President, wherever he is, he's appointing people. He's giving appointments. He's sending condolence messages. Is that the kind of president? I thought President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said he prepared for 25 years or 30 years for this position. If everybody who works in a corporate organization is behaving like the way our government officials are behaving, most of the companies should have gone under by now. Because it appears that those who have in government are just mediocres. It's a matter of health, but it's the truth. That is why NNPC cannot function. So rather than get the NNPC working, Nigerians are not depending on Dangote refinery. So Dangote refinery has become the official government refinery. And yet, we're spending billions upon billions on NNPC that is not giving us results. So these are just the myriad of issues that sometimes when you think about it, your head almost wants to explode. Because the things you expect that these people would do seamlessly, they don't do it. They don't do it.
Let's quickly move on to a few more security issues and then we'll delve into politics. We hear that Boko Haram terrorists are demanding $300,000 ransom to release former local government chairman in Borno State and other people that they kidnapped. And of course, terrorists have attacked Benue Links bus in Otupu, injured 3 passengers. Very sad there. Katsina government right now ahead. There was a leaked conversation that was reported by Sahara Reporters yesterday that Katsina government is set, in fact, has written a memo to the court to free 70 bandits, of course, detained for acts of terrorism because of the peace deal negotiations they've had with states and with local governments, right? So they should release 70 of them. People thought it was just rumor or gossip, but the state government has confirmed that it is indeed truth. Released 70 individuals suspected of involvement in terrorism, describing the move as part of ongoing efforts to sustain peace deal with armed groups operating in the state. Now, the Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Mr. Nasiru Muazza, has said the release was aimed at consolidating peace agreements reached between affected communities and repentant terrorists across multiple local government areas. Now, he spoke amid public reactions to a leaked government letter questioning judicial intervention for to facilitate their release. And people are complaining about this. I guess a lot to talk. Maza explained that the peace initiative, which covers at least 15 local government areas, has already resulted in release of around 1,000 people abducted during bandits. During bandits, 1,000 people released for you to release over, how many hundreds?
1,000 people have been released, precious.
Yes, sir, that's what they said.
Please, I need the Katsina State government.
So they actually likened it to like a prison exchange. They say it's like a prison exchange.
I'm coming. They should give us a data to show that 1,000 people have been kidnapped from the state and have been released. See, when we keep saying that these people in government, they don't give us accurate report of what is happening. So suddenly, the state over how many months have had 1,000 of their citizens in captivity, and they're keeping quiet. And then all of a sudden, they want to release 70 hardened criminals, hardened Boko Haram members, hardened terrorists. And you tell me that some states are ready to fight terrorism. They're not. It's become obvious that the attack on the 25th of December by Donald Trump has not been accepted by the North. They don't welcome it. They're not happy about it. And yet these are people who are talking about, ending terrorism, ending the ills being posed on the people by Boko Haram. So they're not ready to, they're not interested in what you're doing. They are not interested because they see these terrorists as their brothers. Just as Gumi said, that you must learn how to live with them, whether you like it or not. That they are part of you and they go nowhere. Other religions will impose themselves on others, whether you like it or not. Now here we won't stay. We'll not send anybody, Papa. This land, we will collect them. It's gotten to that level. And so, for me, I think that by now, that commissioner in Katsina State should be arrested. And anyone that has supported that arrangement should be arrested. But then who will do it? Is he your national security advisor? Rather than face the insecurity in the land, he's busy in River State trying to curb impeachment of Fubara. So, Mr. President just have people working for him who I don't think they even take directives from Mr. President. If Donald Trump talks tomorrow now, you will see everybody will start running helter-skelter. That is when you now know you have military. That is now when you know you have ministers. That's when you now know you have spokesmen. But people are being killed every day. People's land are being taken over every day. Ransom is being paid every day. And the government is pretending like all is well. Now I understand fully well why they were insisting that there was no genocide in Nigeria. It's become very obvious. Yes, they were trying to ensure that nobody comes to the help of ordinary Nigerians. They were trying to ensure that. But yet, go and carry out statistics of those who are being killed. You'll find out that they are all Christians.
All right, sir. Let's dive straight into politics before we open the phone line. So NMPP don't talk. Say make on not even go anywhere. Say Kwankwaso no go fit contest under their platform. In fact, they talk say Kwankwaso ginger don't they fade. Say no longer get hold tight again for Kano State. Say he no go fit gather the kind of votes we gather before again. That's on the one hand. But let's move on to other issues. So Socioeconomic Rights and Accountability (SERAP) has filed a lawsuit against the Independent National Electoral Commission over the failure to account for the missing or diverted 55.9 billion naira meant for the purchase of smart card readers, ballot papers, result sheets, and other election materials for the 2019 general elections that has been missing till today. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu don't allocate one. This one will make them almost 3 times the amount we visit they used to the election for 2023. This one, I'm waiting they will use to the 2027 election rather. So the 2023 election, they spent about, or they were allocated about 350 billion naira. Wait, they never still give us explanation waiting they use and do till today. But now that they give them 1.1 trillion naira, perhaps because the prices of things don't go higher and all that. But make I take your take, especially in terms of accountability for INEC and electoral umpire, where we supposed to get confidence for. When enough they accountable us on to how they use our money and what they use and do, how should we not have confidence in the results they dish out to us?
Who wants to give you account? Who wants to be accountable to you? Who wants to be accountable to you? Who are you to demand accountability? Let me talk in the tone of Odumeje. Who you? That you want accountability.
Who goes you? Who forms you?
After all, the man who conducted a glitched election in 2023 has he not been nominated as an ambassador designate? He has been settled. Is it the ambassador you're going to call to come and give an account? When the federal government did an audit of Central Bank of Nigeria and the role played by Emefiele, I remember that we called for the audit of INEC, NNPC. Which of them have been audited? So the government is not interested in auditing them. The government is not interested in what they can benefit from the actions of these organizations. You gave them 300+ billion in 2023 election. Can't read and no work. Glitch all everything. Nobody has been asked to come and give an account. You are not giving them 1.something trillion. Precious, there is money to be wasted now.
Hey.
There is money. The country has money. If the country didn't have money, you won't be allocating such sum. You first of all do an audit. You first of all ask for accountability. But nobody's doing that. And you want to tell me that this body will give us credible election? Will give us an election that is free and fair? I don't think so. Movement.
Kwankwasia movement.
Okay, Kwankwasia. So
Kwankwasia.
Kwankwasia, bad problem. If you like, call it Kwakwansai, call it Kwakwanswa. Whatever you want to call it, it is your business. But the point is that the problem with NNPP didn't start today. It didn't start in 2023. It's been there. It's been lingering. At the end of the day, I don't know how he does the magic. I remember what Rochas Okorocha said on the floor of the National Assembly. He said, was it Lawan?
Ahmed Lawan and Akpabio, they should tell him how they did it.
Yes, and they should come and tell him the magic they did for them to come back to the Senate. So I think Kwakwaso needs to tell us what he does at every election period, that when the election draws closer now, you will see that NNPP will turn into a bride. It's as simple as ABCD. So right now they're having rough edge, you know, because NNPP on one hand does not want Kwakwanso to go and negotiate or to join ADC as NNPP. That is the problem they're having. I think I was saying that the governor of Kano State has for now suspended his movement to APC. Or has he moved?
Not yet.
Yes. So anybody who tells you that Kwakwanso has lost it in Kano is a dreamer. Is a dreamer. If you recall, during last year, yes, last year, the president held more than 2-3 meetings with Kwakwanso, in which they were asking him to come and join, what do you call it? To come and join their party.
But you know that events may have overtaken that. Perhaps the idea was to use Kwankwaso as vice because he perhaps had more political might in the north than.
But as it is, 2027, APC cannot put forward a Muslim ticket again.
Exactly. So that will not happen again. So events not overtake that.
You know, so, but for me, I think that I think that it's too early to write off Kwakwanso. Because the man is a cat with 9 lives and he's always pulling surprises. So let us not write him off. But I know that there's an internal wrangling between the man who claims to be the founder of NNPP and Kwakwanso.
Okay.
Over who will take over leadership.
All right. So just before we enter inside politics, we may fit concern my state. Make a quickly let you know. Say, the federal government today Sunday inaugurates a 40 billion naira CCTV camera center for 3rd Mainland Bridge. 3rd Mainland Bridge, 40 billion. Not ask me how many per kilometer, how many cameras per kilometer.
You know that question now.
Sorry, sir.
When you ask her now, professor in practice, who is your minister for works, will not tell you that you're not schooled. You don't know anything. So it can be possible that one of the system will cost about 1 billion. You cannot debate it. If this is the amount that other countries were using to install their CCTV, then wahala go dey. Serious wahala go dey. See, Precious, this issue of installing a CCTV is not a problem. Let me tell you the truth why I say it's not a problem. It's not a problem because the simple thing that could be done is for the government to make a law that every business should install a CCTV that will be linked to government hub. I mean, you travel out of Nigeria, you see that there are too many CCTVs. Most of them are not owned by government. So I don't know the amount, I don't know the number of CCTVs they want to put on 3rd Mainland Bridge that will cost that amount, especially now that there is hunger in the land. So that's the problem.
People are saying that, of course I am, sir, I can hear you. Some people are saying that when they won't make government do the right thing. Now they don't do the right thing. Now they modernize our road, when they complain, say the money too much. While others are saying that must we always inflate every project we embark upon in Nigeria? Does it have to be like that? Does it have to be the case? But I know, but people they complain. A lot of people know they're happy about the matter and the fact that we get to spend this amount of money for inside Nigeria, inside our elections. Now, make I go straight to what happened for inside River State. As Oganye is wicked on the talk, he had quite a lot of things to say. I think that perhaps instead of me to read the stories, of what he had to say, I think it's best that I actually play them because, of course, trust me, he spoke different areas when he talk about, say, the president get rights to sack him. But say now when he be saying he deliver, because if he need to deliver, then the president go on sack him. But if he need doing work, because if he know the person is doing work, the president no go. But let's take a listen to a few things he had to say. He also did say something about power is not given a la carte, you go for it. And he did speak. You know how he speaks. He spoke a lot. But let's take a listen to a few things he said today.
It's not that.
I also then play music for
Power, you struggle for it. After all, if Donald Trump does not have the power, will you go to Venezuela to pick a president? He wouldn't do that because he has the power. That's why he could go to Venezuela. Whether it's wrong or it's right, because he has power. So, for the people of Obiabo, we have the power to dictate who will go.
If you don't like you go away. If you don't like him, somebody will like him. If you don't like you go away. If you don't like him, somebody will like him.
All these people who are commenting by the side, ask them if a local government will produce only 5,000 votes will come and challenge a local government that can produce 40% of the vote. Let us see how it will work. We will use our strength and punish people. We will use our strength and punish people. Those of you who are standing with me here, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. So you have to take us softly so I will not get angry with you. Nobody has become governor in this state without Obiabo making a pronouncement. Nobody has become a senator of Rivers East without Obiabo making a statement. So we use what we have. We use what we have. Our own is the vote. Trump's own is the power he has. Our own is the vote. So if you like, abuse us. After abusing us, come and look for the vote. And we'll punish you with the vote. So don't bother about people who say, sack me. It doesn't lie in their mouth. If my appointer believes that, don't bother about people who say, sack me. It doesn't lie in their mouth. If my appointer believes that I cannot offer anything again, he has a right. It's not that you should tell him. But I'm very proud that other people are proud, that Rivers people are proud. And we can tell Nigerians we have not disappointed them as far as it is concerned. I said yesterday in Port Harcourt, and I want people to know this clearly. If you're not doing well, nobody will talk.
All right. So these are a few things he said today. I would like play the governor response. The governor has broken silence. He talked for the first time after this whole incident. But I don't know whether you want to attend to who came out at first. I think I just finish.
No, Wike is a good orator. I give that to him. Yeah. There's something I noticed in that video, and I'm not sure if you noticed. His son was standing behind him.
His son always stands behind him, with him in all the visits.
So Rivers people, when I go serve Papa Sap's son, congratulations.
And that's what they would do. They learn from
let me hear what my friend Fubara said first before I Because for me, I don't.
Where is your friend?
No, the way on the ginger now, I know I don't they do like nabe. You know they do like mbe. So
All right.
he's becoming more articulate than I least expected.
All right, then let's take a listen to him. He said this today in a church service. Take a listen.
When we were marking the New Year dinner, I said something that dogs bark when they don't understand. Now, see, I think a lot of you don't understand, and that's the reason why I don't shout, I don't complain. I know what I have. I know that I have what is supreme, and that is Lord. So, I want everyone to be relaxed. What is important is peace for this dear state. And we'll get it by the special name of God. So please, I don't put it. I have the singular honor to invite you. Come and talk to us.
All right, so that was it there. That's how I had to say. You know, say just these days, you get everything I don't this year from Fubara now. They speak more in parables than they speak in clear text.
I said the day shocked me, sir. I don't know when to carry dog enter Rivers government house. Even I said Rivers people too like to chop dog. But that's a very strong proverb, a strong parable he gave. That the dog barks when you don't understand what they happen. I think a wicked should, reappraise himself. I'm happy that Wike said something in one of his speeches. You cannot be a champion forever. He also said something that I found very interesting. He said that all of you, when they talk, say, now Wike be our organ, that the day he stops being the way he is, then go find another organ. And I ask myself, a man who thinks in this direction, a man who have the mindset to say these things, why does he still behave as if he's a demigod? Is it that when in one state he says something different, on the other hand, he's acting out something different? But be it as it may, I go say I don't know who they beat drum for Fubara, because the drum they beat for a strong drum. He is not shaking, he's not bothered. In other words, Wike and the State House of Assembly, all of them are dog. They just they back.
In fact, they have accused him that he wants to go forum shopping for ex parte order to stop the impeachment. That he wants to collect ex parte order from another state to stop the impeachment. And what did they don't accuse him of wanting to do?
Well, he has a right to. But let me tell you, I believe that what played out in Lagos will soon play out in Rivers State. Because the party members, the APC members will not sit idly and watch a governor of APC being disgraced by a state house of APC. It's not going to happen.
All right, so why would they talk all these two things they won't call your attention to? One, waiting Isaac Fire should talk about Rivers State. And I talked about this yesterday, and I think it's imperative to talk about it again, especially now that you're here, to pick your mind on it. Like make you see, but we could go to waiting Isaac Fire should talk first. You know, say you like music.
Make we not deceive ourselves. Both Fubara and Wike, none of them can win reverse election for APC or Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. If there is no rigging, the only person that can win Rivers State for Tinubu is INEC and police. Not Fubara or Wike. Fubara and Wike, they are fighting for Rivers resources. Fubara has saved a lot of money. Wike is looking at this money, that this money don't go boy. That's what they are fighting for. None of them. If Peter Obi is on the ballot, I repeat, if Peter Obi is on the ballot, Wike, both Wike and Fubara, none of them can get 25% total vote cast for Rivers State. When you see them do all this tour, na the na money they take grease people hand inside poverty to come out. And if you total everybody that have been coming out, they are less than 30,000. Everywhere they gone to, everywhere, all the tours Wike have been doing, count them, they are less than 30,000. The people, the real voters in Rivers State are looking at them. It's like a movie to them. Both Wike and Fubara, none of them, I repeat, none of them can win Rivers State for President Tinubu or APC in 2027. If Peter Obi is on the ballot, none. People will not vote for them. They didn't vote for them before. You are aware, you saw what happened last election. Before they go bring this result, we produce Fubara out from one under the table. You saw everything. So I repeat again, both Wike and his boy Fubara, none of them can win free and fair election for APC or Tinubu in 2027 if Peter Obi is on the ballot. But if they use their old method, INEC, now only INEC, police and other one can gang up on Rivers people to rig Rivers election for them. But free and fair, all this fight now for control and money. Don't mix it up. All this fight now control and ego. Okay?
Hell, sir.
Well, that's the truth. Free and fair election. Let us even come to that situation where we say 2 Southerners are contesting for 2027 election. And on one hand, you have APC with the Parliament Tinubu. On the other hand, you have an ADC with Peter Obi. Peter Obi will win Parliament Tinubu on a free and fair election without manipulation from police, without manipulation from INEC, without manipulation from the judiciary. So Fayose is right, and that's the truth. So anybody who thinks otherwise needs serious mental health check. But that is the gospel truth.
Right, sir. Make I go ahead, go show you music where some people release. I beg, just help me pay attention to the lyrics of the music, eh?
You know be God, though. I don't like for you.
But why anybody go on release this kind of I just
this music complements what Fayose had just said. And this is the mind of the people. When the time comes for people to exercise their rights, they will do the right thing. I mean, this music just goes to tell you that, look, have you not observed that all the local governments is going, the same uniform is what everybody's wearing? So it's more like the first place they went to gather those people, they are moving them from each local government just to showcase, But I ask myself, what is it trying to prove? You're trying to prove to us that you are welcomed by the people, that you have support of the people, that you have the crowd. You forget that those who you have there as chairman, you were the one who handpicked them. You foisted them on the people of Rivers State. So what are we talking about? No, but the music is beautiful, We can Fubara be governor. Hey, we can minister now. I'm not from Rivers. Calm down.
If I give you voice now, it's supposed
I'm not from Rivers. the state that I come from, as a bad rich, they never put consultant and expatriate to us.
Thank you.
So, and
That's
because of that, we never learn how to sing. Like because they're giving an expatriate, why can't teach you how to sing and miss? Neither they practice now.
If I teach you this song, how much you go pay me? Let's make it.
How much I go pay you? Hey, teach me, make I go the mix up of my own state.
Make I teach you. Make I
teach you. Make I go the mix up of my state.
Na minister you be, na Fubara be governor. This
na minister you be, proposal the man na governor.
Nigerians won't like Zeropo, please jumping on the conversation. Oh my God, and I'm not going to kill me for inside this country. The Barrys, my Ogoni brother.
You know, say, hey, PMP Incorporated, Happy New Year, my personal person. Happy New Year, Prince Francis. Hey,
Happy New Year, my brother.
You see, now you don't make me laugh today. I dey drive. I don't feel drive again. I don't laugh tire. You don't kill me today. The first time when Precious won't correct you about Papa, so you can't call the thing and say, na cow they jump. I said, this one. So Papa, same movement. Hey, no, don't worry. We're not gonna die. We're there alive.
Amen.
You know what? Maybe we need to carry you get one music. Well, for like, make we play for Fubara. That music now Peter Touch sing all right? Peter Touch say he no want peace. Say what he want? Now justice. With this one they preach peace. Not justice, so nothing like all that peace where they talk. Peace not there again for this world. You know, see, peace not there. Nobody they can give you peace. Nobody go give you peace again. They don't give you peace. The first attempt, we try, everybody calm down. When you say peace, so you preach them, we listen to you. You go Abuja. You know what I want advice? I don't they try to see how my mail go reach and say, waiting be that agreement where you know fit tell us. Just go ahead.
Who you want me your mail?
Just go ahead. If it don't reach end now.
My agreement of how they go share the resources of River State.
Why Sim no fit tell us? We don't agree. Sim, you and Wike.
Not the budget. Sim go collect 30%. So a Wike will collect 70%. Now the agreement.
That's not 70, true. 30. That's not true.
Make Sim carry him out. Tell us. Make him carry him out. Tell us. So that when now we can agree on.
And the FC need too heavy for him out to talk. Because when he sign that agreement, it be like saying don't take what we can take sign now.
So make I tell you what I can see now. You know, say somehow he don't they expose most I think like this in Peking when you want make it go House of Rep. So this small boy.
You go make him not be say make it go. After all, other people children they there.
Yeah, but other people children been there on ground. They tried good. This one they just bring them from somewhere where you bring them from. This one never even sabi sweep office. This one never now this Precious. Maybe this guy now your local government. Now your local government. This guy go represent to.
No, you back from. I beg, we share and where. You know, say we drag land. More drag the land. So, I beg, no you go. Make you know from what be a cock drag land where you go. I beg, my God, I use begging.
Hey, so now this boy, now this thing, they cause all this. So we can you want carry him Pikin, make it be House of Rep for River State. Come on, look at the boy now. Look at the boy. The boy, no, if the boy they come, we can never tire to the imposed people when the fit talk. Allow your Pikin if you day wise, make him talk. Make the guy do. I don't mind. A young guy. They not do this way they do. This one you don't do. I just say make a last month today. Thank you, Prince Francis. Thank you so much. You make me laugh. Precious, I don't want to talk too much. I just want to enjoy this matter. Make I go back here. I go to listen. Make other people talk.
Make I play that song again. How much gonna go pay me? Make I play them again. Thank you so much, Barry.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Make I see who they back here. Phone lines are open, please. Feel free to jump on the conversation. You can call the WhatsApp number 0817-029-4077, 0817-029-4077, or you click on the link on the pin post and it brings you straight to the studio to join us here in the studio.
What happened to my phone, TY?
9 days now. 9 be this.
Oh,
9 be
okay.
this. You know, go die quick. As you just call and 9 appear. Like Willy.
That's good.
See why Danjuma, good evening. What's happened to your network? It is not me, it's your network, because your network they freeze you. See why are you there? Okay, so his network is freeze. It's I did try calling the way you use call on Kosia movement. See why Danjuma, are you there, please? All right, looks like his network is bad. I do hope that he can rejoin us. I would be really interesting to have him have his say in this conversation. Well, phone lines are still open. Feel free to join the conversation. But is there anything really bad with Wike's son being a member of the House of Representatives?
What is his pedigree? What is his pedigree? Precious, it's not a matter of his see. I remember one, was it when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu first came to power, and they used the 21 billion naira to refurbish the house of the Vice President. And somebody came out on air to say, there's nothing wrong with refurbishing the house of the Vice President. But yet, hung at the wire on them. Poverty, they stare in the face. So, it's not a matter, for me, there's nothing wrong with a young man having an ambition, but not a young man that the father is pushing like a cow. Because what experience does he have?
So he was the lawyer. He was recently called to
Wait, the only experience he has now is that he has been following his father to campaign grounds and listening to how his father is talking like. I don't know if they don't tell their father that, but daddy, calm down small now. I don't know whether the children, they don't go and see everything I do here, my kids go and watch it. They go to watch it. And they tell me, oh, daddy, this one we didn't like the way you did this one. They try to correct me, and I try to listen to them. So if Wike has kids and he wants his son to be in government, that son needs to correct his father. There are too many things the man has said that the son should be ashamed of associating himself with. Because Wike has been speaking from two sides of the mouth. Is that the kind of tutelage he's giving to his son? Is that the hand his son wants to come and bring out for Rivers people? Like father, like son.
But say people they look at this his son coming to contest from the perspective of the devil is better than the angel you do not know. Because
which devil? The devil?
The trust when they give other people to give them responsibility. But
wait, the devil? Wike, if you check through the profile of Wike, he has always been a man that has regretted giving people power. And he has always been the same man that has quarreled with those who have given power to him. So what will make him not the same way when he take fight Secondus, fight Ayu, fight who again? There were three of them when he fight, including Tamagu, and so go take fight his son. It runs in his blood. Have you not seen the video where he was saying that if he makes Peter delete anything that he will do that make Peter delete to cry, that his life God will punish him. Have you not seen that video? But where does he place Odili today? Have you also not seen the video where he was advising Ambode of what to do when they wanted to
fight Godfatherism? To fight Godfatherism.
Good. So what is he doing today? All right. The man just talks like somebody under an influence. And when he eye clear, he will talk another thing. I beg second base.
Maybe we take T.Y. Danjuma call. T.Y. Danjuma, good evening and welcome. We can't hear you. Please check. We can't hear you. Please check.
Good evening, Precious.
Good evening. Thank you. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, Prince Chilaka.
Brother Lee, how now?
Ade, Eku Sunday.
How do they say it now? They want to Sunday. What I think do they me go on me go on. But then I better pay money to why that you my law.
Má bínú, oil well to dry. Má bínú.
Anytime say me look, kilo drive when you man sorry come there.
I don't understand what's going on here. Your life on the show, what's going on here? T.Y. Danjuma.
Precious. You go learn. I tell her say oil well don't dry. That's why. Okay.
Welcome.
I don't want. Thank you. I don't want to talk about bra this evening because no matter don't tire everybody.
Who be bro?
Bro, integrity.
Everything that they come up
I am a soldier with integrity. I don't want to talk about them today because the matter don't. I just say they abroad now with Fubara. Go meet Baba for where they hide. So they see how they go talk the matter. Huh?
The same Fubara will go church today. The same Tinubu will Abu Dhabi right now for conference.
They don't come back. I don't know now. Okay. Thank God.
Right now, in from where in go, we will know. Go Abu Dhabi.
It don't land.
Now from France,
he bring any news from PK?
Oh, I see why Danjuma.
Okay, make I leave that one. We'll go here later. You know, make I just talk about quickly about this Alex Oji matter, and then I go talk about our sister we just lost in Peking. Chimamanda Adichie.
Very painful situation. So someone has said has ordered the hospital. In fact, yes, ordered an investigation. To about the incident.
What is the meaning of that one? The investigation will bring out in child back.
It is so sad. You see, T.Y. Danjuma, say, we learned that hospital don't already wait for the Peking abroad, made them come. So they just
everything already.
They just wanted him to be stabilized. Just cite an IV line, stabilize his boy small, make it.
Just so that's it. That's it. One of the best hospitals, according to them, one of the best hospitals for Nigeria. And we are hearing this because she's a celebrity. You can imagine the hundreds of poor people.
Oh no! There's a lady. I was telling Prince Francis. Was it Prince Francis? I was telling about a lady whose husband, that is a lawyer, was interviewed by Punch newspaper. That was talking about how his wife died in a Nigerian hospital because of delivery. If you see that woman's situation, if you hear what she went through, and guess what? She had postpartum hemorrhage. You understand? Bleeding after delivery. And yes. The hospital had the mind, because of their negligence, had the mind to say that it was because of the pepper soup the family gave her that caused the bleeding.
Can you imagine?
I don't even.
And understand. What happened? Nothing.
Don't affect my mental health this night.
I beg.
That was an issue I refused to dabble into. I beg. You can't still do it for body because I know anything I don't go through. So I beg.
The same thing with Joshua. How can somebody come? He say make him come spend. Even I say make they come holiday. Just come make it come spend.
Don't come anywhere. They will not want you.
Now she's going back with
just two of our children.
The same thing, Anthony Joshua. Now he's going. I mean, can you imagine if they talk? You go be like say we just hate this country.
You don't even understand. This thing day enough to drive any person crazy. Like she said she's not sure she can recover his.
He can't recover now. The same thing with Anthony Joshua. The same thing. If there are rumors that he won't retire, say no.
I remember the boy is just 21 months old. That means she had him at her twilight.
Precious, make we leave that thing. I beg. I just wanted to just chip that in. Nigeria no happen
to. Healthcare system in Nigeria. I have had first-hand experience. I been when they go operate you with touchlights when lights no day. On our way there, brother, I don't know what thing God do for our life. No, no.
Who say we no know? Who say we no know? We know.
Okay.
Make I leave that one because that one they not be good news at all. Not be waiting person they talk at all. You know they shouldn't. Anyway, I beg. Make I leave them so that I go to sleep well today. The other one, main one why I want talk now about Alex Oti.
Okay.
And the question why I ask, say, why the gang up against Oti? Why is this desperation for his office?
They don't broke. Their money, the money they don't thief, don't come down.
You know what happened? In March 2024, Alex Oti signed off a bill. And that bill repealed the law that entitled former governors and their deputies from receiving 100% of their annual basic salary. 100% to
for that state
of the annual basic salary of the incumbent governor. The incumbent they don't serve in, you don't go. So the bill, the law where Ojikalo signed in 2001. Now, even when you after serving for 4 years or 8 years as a governor, you will still receive 100%.
But if that is the case, if that is the case, I'm sorry, Alex Oti is not doing the right thing. You see, there's power in PR. Make noise about it. Make noise. Use it. Be a wicked. Use it to destroy them. Tell the media that the only reason these people are that. In fact, go community to community. Tell them, say, did you know that before now, your governors, after they don't leave, they receive social salary? See what did they receive?
Wait now, make I finish and I put comma there. Apart from receiving 100%, that is as if they are still serving. Then include allowances. Include benefits. Then a house for Abia, house for Abuja. So that's why you see all the four of them, Ojikalo, TAOG, the three of them. That is why you see them ganging up and saying they must remove him from office. Meanwhile, pensioners, where they owed 2014, they are outstanding pay. They don't care, but they are receiving their own, and they want to gang up against Oti. And you see how stupid this whole thing is. You are a senator. They are paying you as a senate with all the allowance and all the money on the thief there. Then you are still receiving 100% as if you are a serving governor. The only 8 years now you do, people who don't serve for 35 years or 36 years. You don't want to pay them the entitlement. And you get mouth. Wait till they chop Akpo and this thing to say you want to remove the governor. We say no, this thing is injustice. They're not go down again. Amadio have finished all of them there. So when you see the things where they happen, you go. Well, Abia people should not allow this kind of nonsense. One of them is an ambassador. He's going to be an ambassador now. So federal government go they pay him. Then he still want to they receive money for not doing anything or because he served for 8 years. A political office. How will I get money to be paying all those things? How? Plus cars, where they go to change, maybe every 3 years. Plus house in Abuja, house in Abia. Your servants, your wives, your allowances, all of them. Benefits paid till lifetime. I beg you. What kind of country is this? And then they get mouth to come openly to say they're coming up against Oti. Huh? Precious, I don't understand. I don't understand this kind of nonsense. I don't understand this kind of people. That's why they are fighting against him. That's why they are fighting against him. And it's not only this man is just trying to show us an example. Following what Obi did. Instead of some place where you go get a governor, where you go to end, you go get houses, you go to pay wife, children allowance, family allowance, medical allowance, everything. You don't start finish, so you don't go for life. You go to pay them. Then you go Senate, they go to pay them. Then you go become president, they see the pay them. America not even they do that kind of thing. What kind of profligacy is that? What kind of I don't know the word for that. And then you get mouth to stand and they preach to people. that you are there to serve them. It's unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate. You know, make I just leave and there because today not be a good day. I just stay away since this Chimamanda thing because you know it's sad. I just feel for her. I don't know. I mean, she's completely devastated.
To lose a child? No, it's
In that circumstance, somebody's error, and watch you go see what thing they go come out. The report will come out from there. They go deny.
Pepper super woman leak, let me can bleed.
Oh, they go deny, and nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen.
Crazy.
This country is just. I bet. I don't want to talk.
But that's why all of them, all the fine, they build state-of-the-art hospital. All the state-of-the-art hospitals they build.
They're not build. All this money, whether they thief, none of them even they kind enough to say, okay, this money of the people where I thief, make I take and be hospital for them.
No, they not build though. We get state-of-the-art for Akwa Ibom State during somebody regime. But it's just that if you take treatments inside that place when
but you can't take it. Aso Rock, you know not how much they spend to do Aso Rock clinic. Yes, nobody they go there.
Even the people who develop a state, we make the state they not get state-of-the-art hospital.
No, they not get. National Hospital Abuja, the same thing. They sink all the money. Nothing. Now, wow. I don't know. I just
of those places where they go receive treatments never leave. They didn't ever leave their
to come to your own country. To come and receive.
Country even.
Shame no they catch them.
I don't understand.
Shame no they catch them. There's no shame. And that places where they go, you'll be surprised. Some of the doctors and nurses will go to treat them on Nigerians.
Nigerians, there must be Nigerians.
If Nami I go give them injection, they go just go meet God from there. Honestly,
you go lose your career, can't go jail.
No, I lie. I lie. The people where they don't kill, send them to me. They go there, go kitchen of hell, go stay. Look at people.
Thank you.
I can leave you, Joe.
Thank you.
Night. Good night.
Prince Francis, I make her take your parting shot so that we go work.
I'm not get parting shot today.
Okay, since you not get parting shots, make I watch you listen to our music of the day. Let me watch your face, how you listen to our music of the day. Now, if you've not subscribed, please make sure you do so. If you never subscribe, waiting you did wait for now. I beg, go click on the subscription button. Subscribe, like, share, like, share, subscribe now. Make I become Babi Alabe gonna make on subscribe. You guys now, help our ministry so that we'll move forward and perhaps turn this into something bigger than it already is, right? Okay, kindly subscribe, share, and like. All right. I'd like to say thank you to everyone who's been part of the show. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I see you tomorrow. I see you the day after tomorrow. Protect your mental health, very important, but let's enjoy this music. God bless you.
You know be God, though. You know be God, though. I don't like for you.
Oh no. Hey!
Another setting was helping to talent.
You didn't whine? You didn't whine?
West talent.
Somebody don't promise me 2 million subscribers. Oh, who I be? Who I be? Because of this music. Good night, sir.